Hey, welcome back to How to Barbecue Right. I'm Malcolm Reed. Today I have a couple ribeye Spinalis steaks, and the Spinalis is the cap of the ribeye. The butchers take the cap, roll it up, tie it off, and then cut it into these thick steaks. And I've been wanting to do this recipe for a long time. I just hadn't got around to it. I was strolling through Costco the other day, saw these in the meat counter. I said, it's the perfect time. Let's get to cooking. So the Spinalis, or the cap of the ribeye, is that part that wraps around the loin. It's on the front of a ribeye steak, and you know it's the most tender piece of meat that's actually on the ribeye. It's full of a lot of great marbling, and when they take that cap off whole and wrap it up, man, it makes some awesome steaks. And we're gonna keep this pretty simple. I already have a good steak recipe for ribeye. I know that my AP rub, my hot rub, is a winning combination. Just giving a good dose of the AP rub, all sides. And these steaks come trimmed, they come tied, ready to go when you buy them. So there's not a whole lot you have to do other than season them and cook them. We got a good dose of the AP, that's salt, pepper, and garlic. Now I'm gonna hit them with some hot rub. You could use your favorite seasonings. However you like to cook a steak would work on these, just like you would cook any ribeye. So now that we have the seasoning on there, we just want them to hang out a little bit. Perfect time to fire up your grill. So I'm firing up my PK 360 to cook these steaks, and I'm just gonna direct grill them today. I've got a chimney, a B&B charcoal going. When it gets good and hot, we're gonna dump it in the bottom of the PK. Now the grate goes in place, and on top of that, I've got a set of grill grates. Anytime I'm cooking a steak, I'm using grill grates. They're gonna give you those restaurant quality grill marks, and they prevent flare-ups. It's got great, even cooking all across that whole surface. We're gonna close the lid on the PK. We're gonna open the vents 100%, intake and exhaust. That's gonna really let the air flow through the grill, and it's gonna produce those temperatures that are perfect for searing. All right, the grill grates are good and hot right now. We're ready to grill these Spinalis steaks. All I'm gonna do is take them one at a time and place them on these grates, just kind of at a little angle, just so we can get some grill marks, press them down into it. This is just like cooking any other cut of steak, no different. Treating them the same way. We're gonna close the lid on the PK, set us a timer for 2 minutes. All right, timer's done. It's been 2 minutes. Now we're gonna give each one of these steaks a little twist. Just use the grate tool, come in, turn it kind of at an angle, go right back down on the grate. Same thing. I like to take my grate tool and go ahead and just clean off right where those steaks were. So we got a good clean place to move them back when we flip them. Let's close the lid. Get your timer set again, 2 minutes. So after 4 total minutes, we're gonna flip these steaks over and cook the opposite side. And when we do that, I put together a compound steak butter. I started with a stick of butter. I added about 2 tablespoons of finely chopped shallot, some roasted garlic, and then a little bit of steak rub. Mixed it all up, wrapped it up in plastic wrap, got it back hard in the refrigerator, and just sliced it into rounds. And we're gonna lay those right on the steak as soon as we flip them. All right, 4 total minutes in. We've cooked the steaks on the first side, 2 minutes each. Now we're gonna flip them right back to the hot spot. Got some great grill marks going. Just mash it right down into the grate. Same thing. Good looking grill marks. Now we're gonna take our butter. I'm just gonna put a pat over it, right over each one. Let that melt down as it cooks. Close the lid, get our timer set again. Another 2 minutes. All right, so we're 6 minutes in. Butter's starting to melt. Man, these steaks look great. We're gonna give them another twist here. Keep them on a hot spot. Perfect. Now we're gonna set our timer for 2 minutes. So for these final 2 minutes, we're not really worried about the time. This is where we're cooking to internal temperature, and you take them off when they're ready to your doneness. I'm looking for just north of 120. It's where I like to eat them, but if you like them a little more done, keep on going. We're just gonna make sure we watch them and don't overcook them. So 2 minutes is a good guide, but then you need to start checking. All right, we've been 8 total minutes. So let's go ahead and take a temperature, see where we're at. Butter's starting to melt down. Running about 120 on the little one. I'm gonna let it go just about 30 more seconds before I worry about getting it off. I know the other one's right behind it. All right, so I'm gonna see where we're at. We're looking 121, 22. I'm calling these. That's as done as I want it to go. So I'm gonna move it to the platter. I know that big one's gotta be right there too. So we got both of these Spinalis steaks off. We're gonna take them over to the cutting board, give them 5 to 10 minutes to rest. And I can't wait to cut into one and try it. I've been waiting for this one for a long time. So I've let these Spinalis steaks rest for about 5 minutes, and I just want to try them, man, because I've been waiting on this one for a long time. And we can see, oh man, check that out. That dude is good and rare. I took it off about 122. That looks awesome. What I'm gonna do is come in here and cut me a piece. I wanna try it right off the edge. There's not a bad bite on a steak like this. It's all spinalis. Wow. We're gonna stop recording because I gotta eat this steak. I'm telling you, the spinalis, it's so tender. I mean, it's got a lot of marbling, a lot of fat in it. That's what makes a ribeye so good. Y'all gonna have to bear with me because the spinalis really is the best part of a ribeye. I mean, I bought these steaks at Costco, super simple. Seasoned with a little AP, little hot rub. That's it. Fired up the grill, cooked them 2 minutes, then rotated it 2 minutes to make those grill marks, flipped it over, put that compound butter in there. And once we topped them with that butter, we just cooked them until the temperature I wanted to eat them at. I was looking for about 122 right there. That's how I like to eat beef. If you're cooking these for you, hey man, cook them to however long you want to. If you like them more medium, that's fine. Just take them up about 10 more degrees. I wouldn't go medium well. That's ruining a good cut of meat like that. Go ahead and eat a hamburger if you're going that far. But hey, this is some fine beef. These Spinalis steaks are the best part of the ribeye. I mean, the meat's so tender, it's just gonna melt in your mouth. Hey, I'm done. If y'all like what we're doing, subscribe to our channel. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're gonna be putting out new videos all the time. We'll see y'all next time. Let's take on a cap steak.